Dropping this Saturday, the Air Jordan 11 Gratitude will be officially releasing in full family sizing. And each and every single year, the Air Jordan 11 is one of the biggest releases, if not the biggest release out of the entire year. There's always really high stock numbers. It's a sneaker that almost everybody seems to want, either for their personal collection or they want to give it away as a present or something like that. So in today's video, I'm going to give you my thoughts and opinions on this release. And towards the end of the video, I'll also give you some resale predictions, so stay tuned. Now, the Air Jordan 11 Gratitude is basically like an updated version of the DMP that we got back in the early 2000s, but the 2023 version has more of maybe like a reimagined type vibe. So instead of the mesh upper on the DMP, in the 2023 version, we're going to get an all leather upper. Instead of the low cut patent leather, we're going to get high cut patent leather. Aesthetically, the sneaker looks great. One argument that I have a hard time, arguing against is if you have the Concords, that you don't necessarily need the Gratitudes. From a distance, it'd be really hard to tell the difference between a Concord and the 2023 Gratitude. Now, each and every single year, Jordan Brand and Nike, they make a whole bunch of Jordan 11s. We're talking like a million pairs, sometimes just under, sometimes just over, but these are always readily available. If you really want them, you should be able to get them for retail, whether you pick them up via raffle, you pick them up at your local Foot Lockers, Finish Lines, or something like that, or you cop on the Nike Sneakers app. They're available in full family sizing, so whether you have children or a very small infant or toddlers or whatever the case may be, there's a Jordan 11 out there for somebody in your family each and every single year. It's a Christmas staple. I said it in my video the other day. People say that the NFL owns one day of the week on Sundays for the NFL games, but the Jordan 11 owns Christmas. It's each and every single year, year in, year out. It's a sneaker that sells out each and every single year, and people just really seem to want them for Christmas. Now, the one thing that I sort of find interesting about this release is what might actually happen to the release, right? Because normally Air Jordan 11s, they sell out fairly quickly, even though they make a whole bunch of pairs. But when I think about the state of the economy, the way that inflation is just super high, whether it's for food, gas, everyday basic needs, everything is really expensive. People don't really have as much money as they normally do because of these things. And a lot of sneakers this year have sat, a lot of hype sneakers have even sat and even gone below retail. So, with the $230 price tag for the men's pairs, that's a lot of money for an Air Jordan 11. That's a lot to come out of your pocket at one time, especially if you have multiple family members. You know what I'm saying? So, if you think about it, $5 increase from 225 times a million pairs, that's an additional $5 million that Nike and Jordan Brand are going to be making off of this release. You know what I mean? And basically, I'm just wondering what's going to happen. Could this really possibly be the first Air Jordan 11 to sit for an extended period of time and even go below retail? Now, with that being said, there's always a group of people each and every single year that basically say they're not copping the 11 this year. They don't like the colorway that's being put out. They would have rather have seen something else. But then when the release day comes, they end up copping the sneaker and stuff like that. Historically, the Air Jordan 11 sells out each and every single year, even if it takes an extended period of time, just because, it's the holiday Jordan 11. For whatever reason, that sneaker sells out no matter what they do to it, no matter if it's an Air Jordan 11 colorway that nobody likes. The sneaker does really well. People put them under the Christmas tree. Everybody has them. You'll see a whole bunch of Air Jordan 11s, for at least the rest of the month of December, no matter what, whether it's just people picking them up or whether you see them on the streets. Everybody's going to have the Air Jordan 11 somehow, some way. But I wouldn't necessarily be shocked if the sneaker sat and it even went for below retail. Sorry to interrupt the video, but I do want you guys to know about several giveaways that I'm running on the channel. The goal is to hit 15,000 subscribers before the end of 2023, and as long as we achieve that, and I know that we're going to, the winner at 15K will be able to choose between an Air Jordan 1 Chicago Lost and Found, an Air Jordan 3 White Cement, or even a Travis Scott Black Phantom in their personal size. And for my channel members, I got something special for you guys. At 12K, 13K, and 14K, all channel members will be entered into a randomizer, and there will be a winner each time for the Air Jordan 3 White Cement, which in my opinion is sneaker of the year. So this is kind of a way to give back to everybody. It's kind of good giveaways for the holidays and stuff like that. So make sure you guys share the videos out. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. And as soon as we hit some of these goals, I look forward to running these giveaways. Now let's talk about the resale market for a minute and what it's looking like right now going into the release and where I think it might end up a little bit later on down the line. Now currently, if you go on StockX, Go, eBay, or places like that, the sneaker's basically sitting at retail. It might even appear that some sizes are going for below retail, but then once you tack on the fees and the shipping and all that, it's basically sitting at maybe just at retail, maybe slightly above retail if you really add all those things together. The best thing if you want to pick the sneaker up is to get it at, you know, the Nike Sneakers app, Foot Locker, Finish Line, JD Sports, Hibbett, places like that, because it's basically going for retail anyway. So if you want the sneaker, you know, definitely buy it from like a trusted source, especially if you can go in store and pick it up and actually look at it, make sure it doesn't have any quality control issues. That's probably the best move, because as you guys know, you know, I did cop a pair off the Nike Sneakers app. My toe box came in dented, looked like somebody dropped a bowling ball on it, had to send it back to Nike. And I'm actually going to be trying to cop, you know, on release day, so I can at least get one pair. I kind of want to double up on these though. Basically, I feel like the sneaker is going to be going for retail for a while. If the sneaker sits, if it sits for an extended period of time, man, you'll see these prices go below retail. If you don't necessarily need them right now, if you don't need them right now, you know, you don't need them as a Christmas present, the move might be to just wait a week, wait 2 weeks, and cop them then and see where the prices are at, because I don't necessarily feel like these are going to be going for much more than retail anyways. You know what I mean? Obviously try to get them for retail if you want them, but you know, you might be able to get them from below retail. In the long run though, in the long run, I think the prices will go up on these. I think like 2, 3, 4, 5 years from now, we'll look back at this one, and I think this one will be going for a little bit more money than a lot of people think, just because the DMP colorway, it's very close to the Concords. It'll be cheaper than what the Concords are going for, and that's like a $500-$600 shoe, and this one will be cheaper than that. So people will circle back to pick this one up because it looks very, very similar. And if you just think about it that way, you know, I can see this one, you know, being like a $400 shoe in a couple of years or something like that. So, you know, if you want to pick it up, definitely try to cop on release day. Definitely try to get it for retail. Definitely try to get it from a trusted source. But you might be able to get them for below retail, at least initially in a few weeks or something like that. Maybe if they sit. I don't know if it's going to sit, man. I really don't know. You know, people surprise me all the time with sneaker releases. There's been sneakers that have come out that I really thought was going to do well, people were going to like, and then, you know, they sat. You know what I mean? And there's other releases that, you know, I didn't really necessarily feel like they deserved to sell out or they were that great. And then those ones sold out a lot faster, you know. In this day and age, especially with the way that the economy is, you don't really know how much money people have and are willing to spend. You know, but right now people are in that mood to spend, man. It's Christmas, you know, they got to get presents. They got to, you know what I mean? They're already spending all the money anyway. So, you know, December is always a time for people to, unfortunately, go into a tad bit of debt. You know what I mean? Just because, like, they're already in the habit of buying. So, this sneaker could very well sit, man. It wouldn't shock me. I just don't know if it's going to happen. But guys, let me know your thoughts and opinions on the Air Jordan 11 Gratitude. Is this going to be a must cop for you? Is this going to be a pass? Do you think it's dope, or do you think it's trash? Comment down below and let me know what you think. As always, I'd like to thank you all for your time, your attention, and all the support you guys show me, man. You guys are literally the best, man. I love y'all. Salute. I'll catch you guys in the next video real soon. I'm out. Peace. For more sneaker content, make sure you hit that subscribe button and you hit that notification bell so you never miss a video.